I'm high right now, I've just had some head and I'm late for my class. What sucks is that I'm at uni for something that I'm excited about, filmmaking. But today, we're learning about scripts and I don't have the energy. A couple hours ago, I had just left a girl's house and we woke up super early, productive, right? So we put on Disney Plus at 5 a.m. We started watching some films and she starts rolling some weed. Very, very productive morning so far. But she shows me like this cool trick. So she inhales the smoke and she kisses me. And while she kisses me, she exhales the smoke into my mouth and then I inhale that smoke while we kiss from her mouth. Romantic, almost as romantic as the Disney film we were watching. I leave her house and I'm a bit disappointed. Even though I've had a productive morning, I said the night before that I really wanted to go to the gym because I've been skipping it a lot lately, so I told myself in the morning I'm gonna go to the gym before my class, and instead I was learning a new cool smoking trick. And it's good, right? I've got a girl and we have fun. And I realize now, while I can't even concentrate at uni on something that I'm interested in, I realized that this wasn't worth it. Even though I'm having a fun time with this girl, it wasn't worth it because I couldn't trust her. I was trying so hard to make her mine, like secure her. I wanted to make her my girlfriend, but she just wanted to have fun. And because I was lonely and this is the first girl that was giving me attention for how many months, I lowered my standards. I stopped going to the gym, I stopped reading books just so I could spend more time with her. And hopefully, maybe, just maybe, one day she'll be my girlfriend. And this was an interesting time of my life because there's this girl who I can't even trust and our values do not align. We don't have the same values. And yet I was trying to make her my girlfriend. This girl that I can't even trust, who I know is not good for me. I'm trying to make her my girlfriend. I know I'm lonely, but was that gonna help me? And while I'm being with her, I knew that if she was my girlfriend, not only was it not good for me, but I knew it wasn't going to be good for her. So my values and my purpose and my direction, they were all over the place. I had no clarity on what I actually wanted. I wanted a girl who would read, who I could trust. But I wanted this girl who I had fun with and who I couldn't trust. I knew it wasn't going to be good for her and not only me, because she was the type of girl who went to clubs, you know, like nightclubs, partying. And not only was I lowering my standards, I stopped going to the gym and reading books. If I was to get together with her, then I would try to change her. I would make sure she wouldn't be going to the club, and on top of that, I would just change, like I would just try to change my life around her so I could make it work. Maybe I could trust her. Maybe on top of that, she didn't even want me. I tried so hard to make her my girlfriend, but she just wanted to have fun. And on top of that, like, it just, I was trying to change the situation so much. I was trying to make her be something she wasn't. And this is where I feel like young men, as like myself, go wrong, is we try to change things. And let me explain. So I wanted a girl who reads and is trustworthy and doesn't go to clubs. So what do? I get a girl who doesn't read and goes to the clubs and I can't trust. So I go to this girl who doesn't have my values, and I try to change her to suit me. And maybe you've seen it in your life where your friend meets a girl at the club, and then your friend falls in love with them, and they break up in a not fun way because they met at the club. So what do you expect? So instead of trying to find a girl at the club and find a girl who does all these habits that you don't like, and then try to change her, that's not a good experience for you and for the girl when you know she enjoys going to the club. And then you try to change her lifestyle, which is interesting because that's how you met and you're trying to change. So with my situation, I found this girl and I know she wasn't good for me, but I tried to change her to make her fit for me because I was lonely. I didn't have any other attention from girls, and this is the first girl that gave me attention for a while. And even though she wasn't good for me, that's all I had. So I put all my eggs into that basket. I tried to make it work with the only option that I had, which wasn't good because I was trying to change her. So instead, I tried to be better at being lonely, because being alone was the reason why I gave in to the bad habits, the reason why I just settled for any girl below my standards. I was just trying to get with anyone because I've not gotten with any girl for a while, other than the phone screen that I've been bussing to. So instead of trying to find a girl who's not that into me and I know who's not good for me, instead of trying to find a girl like that and changing her, what I did was I got good at being alone, because then if I was good at being alone and just being with myself, that means I wouldn't give in to the temptation of a girl who wasn't really good for me. Instead, I'll just be alone and just wait and work on myself until that girl who was good for me showed up. So instead of trying to change someone, just be okay with being alone, work on yourself, and then that person who does have your values will come to you. So instead of trying to find a girl and then make her read and stop going to the club, I worked on myself to be able to attract a girl who doesn't go to the clubs, who you can tell is trustworthy, and she reads books. Like, instead of trying to change a girl, why don't you just find a girl, and it might take a bit longer, but be alone, wait, work on yourself, and then find the girl who matches with your values. Find the girl who you can trust, who does read, who prefers reading and doesn't go to the club. Instead of trying to change a girl, find it where the values are already in place. So have you found it in your life where you're trying to change something that doesn't really work for you, and you really want to like change this person or this situation to make it fit for you? Instead, you can just wait off a bit longer. It's gonna be harder and lonelier by waiting for the girl who has your values, but it's much better than just a quick, cheap fun. Because how is it in your life when you've lowered your standards because you've been lonely? Well, when you lower your standards for a girl, the girl doesn't respect you because now you've stopped going to the gym, you've stopped respecting yourself, so she doesn't respect you. And also, because you don't respect yourself, the girl will leave you. So, have you had it where you've lowered your standards for a girl, you don't like yourself because you've stopped doing the things that make you like yourself, and because you don't respect yourself, you don't get the girl anyway? So it's a lose-lose when you just go for that cheap, quick fun, because you don't respect yourself, and also you get the girl for a little bit and then you also lose her. So no one really wins. Whereas if you just say no to those cheap, quick girls, if you just focus on yourself, then because you focused on yourself, you have more options for the girls, and also you have your respect, because you have your own respect, because you do the things that you say you want to do. You've not been skipping gym, you've not been skipping the reading. So yeah, I'm just a YouTube video. I don't know where you are in your life. Hopefully I have hopefully I made you clear in some aspects of your life where you have been lowering your standards. I wish you the best. Thank you for being here. Love.